It was announced on Friday that wide receiver Dorial Green-Beckham was dismissed from the Mizzou football team. We're joined by University of Missouri Director of Athletics Mike Alden to discuss that and more. Mike, it was mentioned in the statement that was released to the media that the behavior that was outlined in the Columbia Police report that came out this week, not at all consistent with the values of Mizzou athletics and the University of Missouri. Tell us a little bit about the decision-making process you and Coach Pinkel went through in arriving at the dismissal of Dorial.
Well, anytime we take a look at our students or our staff, we always want to measure that against what the values are of our institution, Ben, and those being respect, responsibility, discovery, and excellence. We talk about those all the time, and the fact that when you see a situation like what occurred with Dorial this last week and you measure that against those standards, certainly that was something that we felt it was important that we made a decision that he was no longer associated with our football program. We never take those decisions lightly at all. Certainly we take them very seriously, and it was something we felt that we needed to come to that resolution today.
This is one of several events that have occurred away from the playing field over the last couple of months, and I know it's not something we like to see. How is the athletic department moving forward and addressing those issues and trying to improve things in the future?
Well, certainly it's very frustrating, first of all, not only for our department, but for our university and for our fans to be able to see those number of issues, the frequency of those issues over the course of the last couple of months, and that's unacceptable. I mean, frankly and directly, that is unacceptable. And so for us, what we have to do is we have to continue to always focus, and now even refocus our attention on making sure that we're staying true to those core values, making sure that we're reassuring our students that, look, the most important thing is that you're representing this institution in an outstanding manner, and any deviance from that, certainly there are going to be consequences. And so for us, what we've seen over the last couple of months is pretty unusual, actually. We haven't seen this frequency over the course of the years I've been here. However, it is what it is, and we're addressing it, we're dealing with it head on, and I think that our students and our staff are going to respond in the appropriate fashion.
I know you've been talking directly with the teams and the athletes, and you do that on a consistent basis. How important is that to establishing the culture that you expect here, that our student athletes and staff here know that you are speaking to them on a regular basis and that you're accessible?
Well, sure. That is not unusual, as you said, for me to speak with our students and our staff. I do all the time. I'm always with them. But this week in particular, we felt it was important that we even ramp that up a little bit more. So on Monday of this week, I met with all of our coaches, that's head coaches, assistant coaches, graduate assistants, for about 30 minutes, and I reminded them of what we need to be doing each and every day, how we're all accountable for the action of our students and our staff, and how it's imperative that we continue to showcase us in a positive manner. And that took place on Monday. And then after I met with our coaches on Monday and on Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday, I went and met with every single one of our students, every one of them, with their teams and their coaches in individual settings, and I reminded them of the same thing, of the message that, first of all, 99% plus of our students are doing amazing things. Our staff are doing amazing things. But then when you find an isolated situation or several of those over the last couple of months, they take away from all the great things that are happening at Mizzou. So my reminder to them is, hey, look, let's make sure that we're focusing on doing things the right way so that we're reflecting positively on us, and don't allow these few individuals to be able to take away from all the great things that we're trying to do at Mizzou. So it was a message that they've heard before, but I think this week it was done in a much more probably direct fashion, and one I think it was pretty efficient and pretty direct with them, and I believe they'll respond in an outstanding way to that.
Mike, it's good talking to you. Thanks for making some time on a busy day, and thanks for discussing what is not the most pleasant subject with us here on the Mizzou Network with candor. Thanks so much.
Well, I appreciate it, Ben. I appreciate obviously all of our students and our staff and our fans and everybody at Mizzou, and we'll get after it. So we'll keep moving forward.
That's Mizzou Director of Athletics Mike Alden here on the Mizzou Network.